Good evening, Toastmasters. Welcome to the meeting number 81 of the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club. I'm Sreehari Acharya, your Sergeant at Arms for the day. As a Sergeant at Arms, I'd like to highlight few key important points in a meeting. The meeting is blocked for 2 hours, so you're expected to stay for the entirety of the meeting. So sit back, relax, enjoy, and participate as much as you need. During the entirety of the meeting, your video should be on and the audio should be off. Your video should only be on when you're called upon to the virtual stage to speak. And in the Toastmasters International, we do not talk about sex, religion, or politics. So I urge you all to be cognizant, aware, and be respectful of all the views and the sensitive topics. We provide a supportive, positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in a greater self-confidence and leadership. Now let me hand over the stage to the presiding officer for the day. She is an experienced B2B sales professional and a certified soft skills trainer with a decade of industry exposure. Currently pursuing a full-time master's degree in the US, she is a mindful introvert striving to be a profound public speaker. Grateful for the camaraderie of the Toastmasters fraternity, she actively serves as a club mentor, a club coach, and an area director across various districts. While continuously learning and growing through her pathways, she also serves as the president of the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club. So, with the thunderous applaud, please help me in welcoming the presiding officer for the day, Smruti.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sreehari. That was our Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Sreehari Acharya. Can we have a huge round of applause for him for starting the meeting on time in the Gabbys way? Greetings to fellow Toastmasters, visiting Toastmasters, distinguished Toastmasters, and dear guest. Today, it is an absolute pleasure to see all these faces gathering in this particular meeting. As the presiding officer of this meeting, it's my honor to officially call this meeting to order. Welcome to a space where words flow, confidence grows, and the connections blossom like ever. A warm welcome, especially to all the guests in this particular meeting. We would rather love to know more about you. So I would request our guest, visiting Toastmasters, to please help us with a quick introduction of 30 seconds to let us know from where you are joining and a bit background about yourself. Are you a Toastmasters or a guest? As I can see on my camera first, so may I request Toastmaster Musaid to please help us with a quick introduction.
My name is Musaad. I'm from Sri Lanka. I've been a Toastmaster for 2 years. I finished my first pathway. I'm a retired computer manager living in Sri Lanka, originally from Kuwait. I use ChatGPT to search for good Toastmaster clubs, and it came with your name. Then I made more research, and it says three clubs meeting online weekly, and I thought that's very good. And I said, okay, I'll try it. Your flyer was very nice, and I hope I'll enjoy the meeting.
Thank you so much, sir. Indeed, you will definitely enjoy the meeting. And this is something new. I never came across this concept that you can go and search in Chat GPT for club, and there the system can suggest you. But why not? Thank you so much for letting us know. Now, may I request, I can see guest Advik. Advik, would you help us with a quick introduction, please? You are speaking on mute, Advik.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. So, hi, I'm Advik, and I got to know about Toastmasters from my dad. And he told me to join because it'll improve my communication and leadership skills. So, yeah, here I am. I just finished my 12th grade, and yeah, just looking to explore and see what Toastmaster is all about. Thank you.
Welcome Advik, to this particular meeting, and quite a nostalgic age you indirectly in a subtle way highlighted. You just completed your 12th, but we wish you good luck with your results and your upcoming bright future. Most welcome. Do we have any other rest? I can see members and visiting Toastmasters. Okay. Well, the presence of guests always adds a vibrance and diversity to our meeting. Uh, you are here maybe for the first time or exploring new Toastmasters for the first time, or simply you want to spend time to know about the interesting theme. Well, we are delighted to have you with us. So please, as our Sergeant at Arms mentioned, sit back, relax, and prepare for an evening filled with learning, laughter, and inspiration indeed. To give you a background about Toastmaster, as we have new faces here, Toastmaster International was founded in 1924 by a visionary Dr. Ralph C. Smedley with a vision to empower individuals to become effective communicators and leaders. I somehow wonder that, okay, it did start in 1924, then what's the relevance today? Because there's one question which one of my guests asked last week, that what's the relevance of having a Toastmasters club now, where we have other institute where I can go pay and practice my communication and leadership skill. Well, I don't know what exactly to answer, but let me share something which I feel that in today's fast-paced chat GPT driven world, communication remains a timeless skill, a bridge to connect ideas, inspire actions, and foster understanding. So here we are at Toastmasters to continue build those bridges, one speech and one conversation at a time. Now let me take this moment to celebrate the growth and new beginnings by welcoming the new members to the Toastmasters, Gabbys Toastmasters family. It feels really special when individuals they choose Gabbys family to restart or continue the Toastmasters journey. So I'm thrilled to announce the names. Please give a thunderous round of applause. Welcome to our new member, Toastmaster Piyush Mohanty and Toastmaster Venkatesh Radhakrishnan, who have recently joined Gabbys as to continue their journey. I don't see them in this particular meeting, but we wish them all the best. And we are excited to have them with us and waiting to witness how their journey is going to unfold. Now, every meeting of Gabbys, we try to bring something new in Gabby's way. So definitely we have some special announcement for you. We are talking about thrilling and exciting journeys, about learning, about carving the path. So please mark your calendar for a very special date. That is 18th of this month. Gabby's is going to host one of the most awaiting meetings. All the members are super excited. We will have the rare honor of being stumped, well, figuratively speaking, by none other than Padma Shri, our former cricketer, Syed Kirmani, one of India's finest wicket keepers and the key figure in the historic 1983 Cricket World Cup victory. So please, if you are still waiting, then please go ahead, register yourself for the upcoming meeting. Don't let the FOMO get the better of you. So go ahead, register it now itself. We are talking about thrilling news, excitement, growth. So in order to continue the same, let's deep dive into the theme of this particular meeting. And what an interesting theme. A theme which talks about fun, excitement, creativity, at least to me. So want to know more about the same? We have a very special person who is going to lead us pave through this particular path. So in order to guide us, understand the theme, which is the cartoon night, the animated journey, we have a dynamic and creative Toastmaster who is ready to sprinkle his magic on this particular meeting. So please put your hands together for the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Sudhir G, who is working as a senior manager in R&D center of an aeronautic firm for last 16 years. Please put your hands together for the Toastmaster of the day. We are all excited to know about this particular interesting theme, which forced the visiting Toastmasters to come and join this particular meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster Sudhir.
Thank you, Toastmaster Smruti Mohanty. That was our president of Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club and the presiding officer for the today's meeting. Let's have a big round of applause for Toastmaster Smruti Mohanty. Now, many of you might have thought that why it's a cartoon night. It is a cartoon night, but I was thinking to keep the theme as it's cartoons night, because I feel most of us who are on cameras having cartoon inside them. So if you are not Thanos fan, if there is no Thanos inside you, please come on the cameras, show your faces. I want to see each and every cartoon character on the cameras. Please. Thank you, Advik. Now, the theme is cartoon night. Why cartoons are important? I'm not talking about that. I wish to ask the first person who will raise his hand or her hand. When was the first day he encountered a cartoon which left him speechless and he was rolling on the floor, the happy laughter? I feel Mr. Musad is want to say something. Yes.
When I was a child, Mickey Mouse. Life, many things I learned from Mickey Mouse when I was a child. That's the cartoon I still remember.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Musad. I think nobody in this crowd disagree that Mickey Mouse was one of the most enthralling character ever created by somebody. Yes or no? What about other people? What about you, Mr. Sunil Gupta? You may name any Indian cartoon character, comic character, your superhero, animated character, anyone you would like to.
Yes. When we were child, we used to read lot of comic books. So my favorite cartoon was, I don't know, you know or not, Motu Patlu, Chacha Chaudhary, Sabu, and Chacha Chaudhary was, as you mentioned, that inspiring personality. And for laughing and entertaining, Motu Patlu was my favorite cartoons and their stories.
Super. And you're not going to believe that I'm going to introduce somebody in this meeting you will be proud of, because some of the characters you named, the person has written those. You want to know? Okay. Any other person? Any other? Please raise your hand. Yes, Advik.
Yeah, I think Kung Fu Panda for me is like one of my favorite animated movies ever. Like first, second, and third. And yeah, I think it's like a good mix of comedy and as well as like very relatable. Yeah,
Super. There are many unforgettable quotes from Kung Fu Panda,
yeah, right.
right?
Yeah.
And I think Po has gone inside everybody's heart from movie 1 to movie 4. What about you, Mr. Jitendra?
I think for me, the most interesting part is Chacha Chaudhary and Sabu, which
Ah,
many of young generation may not be aware, but that is something which talk about the space, talk about the power, and talk about your other abilities. So still, those memories are quite refresh, and I always share some of the lessons with my daughter as well.
right. As saying goes, as much we need Buddha as this movement, we need laughing Buddha more. And these cartoon characters, Albert Einstein was one of the greatest scientists, and he told imagination is more important than wisdom or knowledge. And I don't know any other way to imbibe imagination into children more than these cartoon characters. So for me, it was Chacha Chaudhary, Billu, Pinky, and superheroes from Indian comics. Now, I would like to ask Sourav, DTM Sourav, what was the first character you were introduced with?
For me, it was again, I think all of us who were speaking for the last 2, 3 speakers, I think all of us have grown up with Chacha Chaudhary and Sabu. I think we are from that generation. Jitendra, Sunil Gupta, me. So I think we'll declare. But I raise my hand for something. I don't know if you know this, Sudhir. We have a very interesting character sitting in this meeting. I don't know if you know about her. She has a very interesting this one with cartoons. She has actually written for Pran.
No, I wanted to keep it as a secret.
Okay,
You
you
revealed
already know that.
it.
You know that.
I know.
Okay, then
Today
I'll
she
not.
made my
Then
day.
I'll not steal your thunder. I'll let you do the introduction. But someone is there in this meeting who has actually. We have read cartoons. She has actually written cartoons. So I always say Gabbys is a club of celebrities. All are hidden celebrities, and one such celebrity is sitting here who has actually written cartoons. So I'll let you introduce her. Then I'll not spill the beans.
Sure. I will move on it. A lot of discussion, a lot of communication about cartoons and characters. But let's move forward. Let me now explain the structure of the meeting. For the benefit of guests, the meetings are divided into 3 segments. Number 1, prepared speeches. Number 2, table topics. And number 3, evaluation. Prepared speeches are where members share their ideas and stories. Table topics will be the segment for impromptu speaking, which will embrace the sudden unpredictability you have to answer. And the evaluation is where you learn and grow through feedbacks. And to sail through this meeting, we need somebody who makes the meeting flow as smooth as water, and we learn from that. And now, to move on to that segment, we have a person called in the meeting General Evaluator. General Evaluator is just like a conductor of an orchestra who converts all the cacophonies into symphony. And today's General Evaluator is a financial professional, finance professional working at Capgemini as a director. He loves reading, public speaking, and currently he is learning golf. One of the most important thing is, which you are going to feel, he is known for his deep and soothing voice. He is none other than Toastmaster Mukund Joshi. Toastmaster Mukund Joshi, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Sudhir G. I see, you're on a song today. Cacophony to symphony is one of the best ways I've heard anyone describe a general evaluator. Great going, Toastmaster of the Day, Sudhir G. I hope I'm audible and visible.
Yes.
All right, great. Okay. So as a general evaluator, my role is to evaluate everything that takes place in today's meeting. I will take note of everything that happens and, more importantly, that does not happen, which should be happening. I will evaluate each participant. I will keep an eye for good preparation, organization, delivery, enthusiasm, etc. from all the participants. And at the end of the meeting, I will give my report. And to do this job of mine, I am not alone. I have a team which will help me, and we call this team the TAGL team. TAGL is TAGL, which is an abbreviation that we use. It basically stands for timer, counter, grammarian, and listener. I would now request each of these people to come and explain their role in today's meeting. So the first TAGL player is Toastmaster Saroj. Toastmaster Saroj is a specialist in business strategy and development with over 10 years of experience. She is currently on a parental break, enjoying quality time with her child while pursuing her hobbies of reading, writing, and freehand drawing. I would now request Toastmaster Saroj Rathod to explain her role.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mukund Joshi. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and guest. As a timer, I will time the table topic speaker, formal guest, and the evaluation. I will also alert each speaker of the time they have left by showing the green, yellow, and red card, which denotes the specific time remaining. And for the table topic, time limit is 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will show the green card. At 1 minute 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow card. And at 2 minutes, I will raise the red card. For the prepared speeches, the time limit is 4 to 6 minutes. At 4 minutes, I will raise the green card. At 5 minutes, I will raise the yellow card. And at 6 minutes, I will raise the red card. For the individual evaluation, the time limit is 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will raise the green card. At 2 minutes 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow card. And at 3 minutes, I will raise the red card. Thank you. This is what I'm going to do today.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Saroj. It would be great if you could change your background as you keep talking about the colors so that people will be aware as to what color will come up during this.
I'll share the screen with the color cards.
Are you sharing the screen?
Yes.
All right. Okay. Speakers, please note that this is how timer's background will change as you keep speaking.
Give me the access for sharing, host.
Now you can just change your color of your background. I don't think any sharing access would be required. You just have to change the color of your background as you speak.
So do you know how to change that?
No, I don't know.
You don't know, okay.
Yes.
Okay, Jaspreet will explain to you on the back end on a private message, or I will message you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. I'll take some time. I'll come back at the time.
No problem.
No problem.
Messaging.
No problem. Thank you for that, Toastmaster Saroj. We now move on to the next TAGL player, which is that of the R counter. And today's R counter is someone who is a health and fitness freak from Panchkula, Haryana. He is now based in Hyderabad. He is an MBA from NIPR Mohali, who is currently working at Sanofi as marketing analyst. He has an overall 3 years of work experience. In his free time, he loves to go to the gym every day and is currently learning mixed martial arts, Thai boxing and kickboxing. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to today's R counter, Toastmaster Rahul Swami.
Hello,
can you please explain your role?
Thank you so much, General Evaluator, for a brief introduction. I am the R counter of today's meeting, and as an R counter, my role is to take note of unnecessary words and sounds used by all the speakers and role players of today's meeting. This report will include 5 major things. Number 1, filler words such as er. Second, inappropriate interjections. For instance, and, well, but, so, you know. Third, use of crutch words similar to basically, actually, this thing, etc. Then repetitive words like I, or this means, and unintentional long pauses and short pauses made by the speakers. And I will present my report when called upon by General Evaluator during the end of the evaluation session. Thank you so much. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Rahul, for explaining your role. We move on to the next role now, and that is the role of the grammarian. And we have a very interesting person today who is going to be the grammarian. I'm looking forward to this session from him. He is none other than distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta. He is a winner of 2 DTM awards and has completed 11 paths in Toastmaster pathways. He has been a President's Distinguished Division Director, a Distinguished Area Director in the past. Outside Toastmasters, DTM Sourav has played several leadership roles in Fortune 500 companies, startups, and nonprofits. Currently, he is building his own edutech startup, Practive, which he founded in June 2020. Can I now request distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta to please explain his role as that of a grammarian?
Okay. So the role of the grammarian is basically to help you understand the sinful and seductive usage of English language. And that is what I'm going to do. Whenever you are going to make some good usage of English language, I'm going to appreciate that. And if I feel there's something that you could have done better in terms of your pronunciation, enunciation, choice of words, tenses, and agreement of subject or numbers, so those are the ones which I will highlight in my report. As I said, I will not be able to share my screen today, but I will read out my report during my grammarian section when I come in as a grammarian to present my report. Now, as the grammarian, it's also my responsibility to introduce the word of the day. So the word of the day that I have today is an adjective that we can use to describe cartoon characters. So let me first let you guess what could be the word of the day. What are the various adjectives that come to your mind when you think of any cartoon character? Quickly, let me see if any of you can guess the word of the day.
Hilarious.
Hilarious. Okay, continue. More adjectives describing cartoon characters.
Comic.
Okay, continue. Come on.
Imaginative.
1 per person. Okay, let's move on to Smruti.
Fantastic.
Okay. Smruti, come on, quickly.
Nostalgic.
Okay. No, the characters, not how you feel about them. The characters. Come on.
Inspiring.
Okay. Okay. Sameer. Fulfilling, sir. 1 per person. One guess per person. Sameer, quickly. Funny. Okay. Last 2. Ilios.
Imagination.
No, that's not an adjective and that's not the character. Okay, Saroj. 1 adjective for a cartoon character. Any cartoon character. Any adjective.
Drake and Fiona for the love.
Adjective, not the name. Not nouns, adjectives. All of you will have to go back to your grammar book after this meeting. What is an adjective? What is a noun? What is an adverb? What is a verb? What is an adjective? Affable, okay. Okay, good. Affable. But none of you could guess the word. The word adjective that I have chosen as the word of the day today is nimble. Okay, all cartoon characters, if you see, they move around very quickly, whether it's Mickey Mouse, whether it's Tom and Jerry, whether it's Sabu, they move around very quickly. They're all very nimble. So the word nimble means agile and quick. Can anyone guess where did this word originate from? What's the original word, the root word as etymologically? I guess no, it comes from a German word. It's called Nimis. Nim is a German word from where this actually originated. It's actually the modern German word is Nim. And basically it means something which is quick and fast. And that's how this word originated. It has been in the English language for a very long time. Some of the examples of how we can use nimble in a sentence. The nimble dancer leaped across the stage. Or for example, the company's nimble response to the market conditions helped them stay competitive. Or for example, the nimble-minded speaker was able to make changes in the speech on the go to appeal more to the audience. So it can mean mentally quick and alert. It could mean fast and responsive. It could mean flexible, quick, agile. So anything which is fast, responsive, quick, agile is nimble. So try to use this word in your sentence today. And I will come back and also share my report about how many of you use this word. Thank you. I'm putting the word in the chat as well. It's nimble.
Thank you very much, distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta. That was our grammarian for today's meeting, ladies and gentlemen. We now move on to the last role, that is the listener's role. And today's listener, we have someone who is an IT professional in quality assurance. He lives in Bangalore with his wife and children. He loves travel and likes to read. He is a water person and likes beaches, water sports, and deep diving. So, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together to today's listener, which is Toastmaster Samir. Toastmaster Samir, can you please explain your role?
Thank you, General Evaluator. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. I'm the listener for today, so I'll be listening very closely to the meeting. And at the end of the meeting, I'll be drafting a few short questions to test our listening skills.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Samir. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is what we have. I have as the general evaluator, and I will now hand it back to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Sudhir G.
Thank you, General Evaluator Mukund Joshi and your TAGL team for telling us about the roles which you are going to play. Those are very, very important. As we move forward, I would like to take you to the first segment of the meeting, that is the prepared speeches, where speakers prepare their speeches and deliver. And to take that, I would like to first confirm the Toastmaster Pranav P will be evaluating our designated first speaker. I would like to confirm with the evaluator Pranav P. Are you there in the meeting, Mr. Pranav?
Yeah. Yes, I am there.
Okay. Thank you for the confirmation. All right. Our first speaker is Toastmaster Prasang Mani. He is attempting level 1, project 1 of the presentation mastery pathway. And the project title is Icebreaker. The purpose of the project is for the member to introduce himself to the club and learn the basic structure of public speaking. Timer, please note down that the length of the speech is 4 to 6 minutes. Now let me tell you a bit about our first speaker, Toastmaster Prasang Mani. He has been a software engineer at Radisys since July 2021 with a degree in engineering from NIT Allahabad. He enjoys playing badminton and chess and going to gym. So let the countdown begins. Toastmaster Prasang Mani, a new chapter. A new chapter, Toastmaster Prasang Mani. Over to you.
1 second, Sudhir, before you start, because Saroj is new and I just wanted her to check the background cards once before you start the speech so that we don't have a glitch.
Okay.
So can we do that once before the speech starts? Saroj, just change your cards and show so that we know that you got this. You're on mute.
Blue for the starting time. The
Make
moment
it green,
the
yellow,
event
red.
features.
Just change it to green, yellow, red, your background ones. Yeah, yellow, red. Good.
Okay.
All set.
So, once again, after a break, Toastmaster Prasang Mani, a new chapter. A new chapter, Toastmaster Prasang Mani.
How many of you think that life is like a book? Each of the chapter filled with different stories. Some exciting, some challenging, and some extra challenging. Can I have a raise of hand from people who agree? Fellow Toastmaster and guest. Today I'm going to share the summary of book of my life. The book is start when I was born in 1999 in UP. I enjoyed my childhood with my family. I completed my primary schooling from a native government school, where my parents used to be the teacher. Let me tell you, my parents were quite strict, both at home and at a school. So you can imagine how hard it was for me to complete my primary schooling. Once I finishes my primary schooling, I moved to a new school and I was happy because now I had new teacher. Everything was going smoothly. But like every other story, even my story had a turn. When I was in the class 6th, something happened which changed my life completely. It made me realize that the life we are living is not immortal. It could end at any moment. This realization came to me when I lost my mother at the age of 9. I was not able to accept the fact that someone who was living with me, taking care of me, had disappeared in a moment. After this event, I became a kid who used to be shy, quiet, and always sit in the corner. I always used to avoid the group of people, and that is how an introvert was born. After completing my schooling in Hindi medium, I joined the engineering. Again, I was happy. But again comes one more turning point in my life. I had written all my exams in Hindi medium. I had spoken to everybody in Hindi. And now I was in the new environment where I had to write every exam in English, attend all the classes in English. The work became square, the ayat became rectangle. How many of you knew about what is work and what is ayat before I say it? It was very difficult for me to adopt this new environment. But after the initial struggle, over the time I managed to learn the basic of the English and managed to write my exams. The first 2 years of my college, I completed offline mode, but then remaining 2 years, I was forced to complete in online mode because of the COVID. And then in the final year of my college, I got placed in a software company, and that is how I came to Bangalore. In my free time, I usually like to play cricket, but COVID taught me how to enjoy the chess. So during the COVID, I picked the habit of playing chess. How many of you like playing chess, and what is your favorite opening? My favorite opening is the London opening. And the reason I like it because it opens off all the pieces and then provide the control in the center. Apart from cricket and chess, I also like to play badminton. And in badminton, my favorite shot is the smash one. I like to hit that smash. In the beginning, I mentioned that the life is like a book, consists of many chapters, and throughout the life, we keep adding new chapters. Today, I'm going to add a new chapter in the book of my life. and that is Journey to Toastmaster. I believe that in this journey, I will get the support of all of you and come out as a proficient speaker. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
I'm speechless. I would like to request a standing ovation for this wonderful icebreaker speech, as per the tradition of Toastmasters. Thank you all. Especially thank you, Speaker Prasang. I can relate this as the same Hindi medium concept going directly to English, but I can have a salute to you. You overcome all the obstacles and moving towards the journey. Thank you. Now, let's move on to the second speaker. Second speaker prepared speech for the day. Before that, Toastmaster Sunil Gupta will be evaluating the designated speaker. I would like to confirm with the evaluator Sunil Gupta. Are you there in the meeting?
Yes, I'm there.
Thank you for your confirmation. All right. Once again, the second speaker of today's meeting is Toastmaster Govardhan. Toastmaster Govardhan is attempting Level 1 Project 2 of Strategic Relationship Pathways. And the project title is Writing Speech with a Purpose. The purpose of this project is to learn or review basic methods for writing a speech with a defined purpose and to present a well-organized speech on any topic. Timer, please note down that the length of the speech is 5 to 7 minutes. Now let me talk a bit about our second speaker, Toastmaster Govardhan. He is pursuing chartered accountancy and working with the finance team of an online gaming company. Aside from that work, he blogs, writes, and actively manages the portfolios of his friends and families in capital market. I wish I would be your family or friends. In his spare times, he is stuck to reading and watching TV shows, precisely Asian. So, let me take you to the stage. Toastmaster Govardhan. On the go. On the go. Toastmaster Govardhan.
Thank you, Toastmaster. It was a cozy Thursday evening the other day, and I was traveling from home to Secunderabad for a game of badminton. Apparently, I wasn't carrying any of my equipment because I did play the earlier week and I did leave them at my friend's place. All I had was a sling bag with a water bottle and a pair of flip-flops. I boarded the bus on a non-traffic day. Typically takes me 35 minutes from my home to the venue. That's badminton court. Now, my sole purpose over here was just to play badminton. And when I took the bus, I was on a call. Breaking short. Hello all, my fellow Toastmasters and guests. This is Govardhan, and this is a purpose that I picked on the go. Fast forward, I was on the call and there was this gentleman diagonally seated across to me. He was staring at me. And the first guess that was roaming in my head was, why is he staring at me? Is it the new specs? Are they weird on my face? That was the first instance that hit me. But then, back to my phone call, I was glancing at the nature through the windows. All I was doing was having a conversation with my friends to book a court again for the Saturday morning for a game of badminton. And I believe this gentleman who was seated heard this conversation. And after 5 minutes of the call, he took some courage, or he just walked to me and stroke a conversation with me. Who knew it was such a nimble event from his space? The conversation was very simple and it began with a badminton game, that how he started his journey 2 years ago and he started playing consistently every week on averaging twice a week. That's roughly 216 times, if I'm not wrong, or 208 times. So I was awestruck. When he told me about this conversation, for me, it was more about what started with a colony friends, four of us, it expanded to 30 people. And then there was an instance where we booked the entire court of 4 courts and we played for straight 2 hours. That was what I could relate to him. At this moment, we were having a very good engagement for 20 minutes or of the 35 minutes in the bus commute. And we happened to exchange our numbers while I was getting down the bus. On a few instances, we were connected on phone. And at one instance, he was asking me about my profession. And I did give him that I have a background into chartered accountancy. And that's where he broke that he's an insurance agent. And he started explaining to me about various policies of insurance and so on and so forth. And he mentioned I was probably one of the easiest person to have a conversation with him because I understood the nuances of insurance industry per se, or the knowledge in this particular segment. And yes, it sort of excited me. Although all I knew was theoretically, but he did give me a lot of practical insights into what exactly this industry delves into or what exactly an insurance agent does. Because all we know is whenever we get a call from an insurance agency or insurance agent, all we do is we do not have some time or we just try to shoo them away, and that's all we do. But then this time, what I thought was, let me pick this up with a little bit of purpose. And that's where I started giving heed to his conversations, following his updates within the industry, and so on and so forth. Fast forward 2 months ago, and this thought struck me out of the blue. Why not build this as a side hustle? Who knows? Effortlessly, I could just go and explain what I know to folks around me and people around. Maybe this is something very basic, what one needs. And this is a purpose that I could get from this entire journey with this person. And that's when I went and wrote an exam, and bam, I became an insurance agent. Of course, it's a side hustle, not my daily thing. But yeah, what I learned is through this event, sometimes it's not always you go with a purpose, but then on the go, you start building something with a purpose. That's about it. That's about my on the go. Thank you all.
What a wonderful speech, Toastmaster Govardhan. Almost, I think all of us can relate to that speech because maybe in the distant past or near past, we have gone through that. We were searching for something, but found something else. As I have found Gabbys, the same way. Let me ask the timer, is there any disqualification?
No, he qualified 5 minutes, 15 seconds.
Okay. Since there was an icebreaker speech, so we don't have any poll today. And let us take a quick break of 3 minutes and come back with the exciting quiz. Can we? Thank you. Mr. Mossad? Okay. Mr. Mossad.
I will take up the challenge.
Okay. Mr. Rahul Swami, you have 15 seconds. And please, somebody help me in counting. You have to speak as many cartoon characters in diverse field as possible within 15 seconds. And your No, Mr. Rahul Swami will have to start first.
Okay.
Okay. And your time starts now.
Doraemon, Nobita, Suzuka, Jian, Sunio, uh, Ninja Hattori, Shinzo, then Chota Bheem, Chutki, Motu Patlu.
Time over. Time over, guys. Okay. So let's see, Mr. Mossad, how many he's going to take up the names of favorite characters. Your time starts now.
Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, Bugs Bunny, Superman, Superwoman, Rabbit, Sailor Man. Sorry.
Time up.
This I remember. Sorry.
Time up. Time up. Time up.
Yeah.
The winner is going to be declared after the meeting.
Yeah.
So let's move on to the next segment. As we already told you, there are 3 segments in this meeting. The structure of meeting is like that. And this segment is important to each and everyone. The reason is life doesn't give you time to respond. And if you wish to communicate effectively, you have to participate, you have to attend this session. This is called table topic. Another word is impromptu speaking. And hold your breath, guys, because first I'm going to tell the conductor of this session, of this orchestra, some introduction about the conductor, table topic master. She is a POS and POSCO trainer who helps to build an inclusive workspace. Very important. She is also a communication and workplace skill coach. She is a CBSE English faculty, which I think I need, who has helped more than 2,000 students to ace the board examination. Currently, she serves as the president of the Gabbys International Toastmasters Club. And this is for you, Mr. Sunil, and other people of our age. Apart from this, she is also a writer and translator of comic series written by Pran. Goosebumps for me. Features which have famous characters such as Chacha Chaudhary, Sabu, Raka, and so on. So please help me welcoming none other than table topic master of today's meeting, Toastmaster Jaspreet Kaur. Over to you, Toastmasters.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Sudhir Gaur. So yes, this is just a coincidence that today I am the table topic master on one such day where this is the theme. So thank you very much for whosoever, did this plotting and placed me here in this place. But then, yes, I'm absolutely loving it. So we have Elios's hand already raised. This is the spirit I like about him. So yes, very good evening, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests. So welcome to a night where reality takes a back seat. The colorful, boundless world of cartoons takes center stage now. So from the sharp wit of Chacha Chaudhary, who we know whose intellect outpaces a computer, his brain works faster than computer, is the line that we use for him day in and day out. To the strength and loyalty of Sabu, a resident who's come all the way from Jupiter and cannot leave Chacha Chaudhary and go, and his strength helps Chacha Chaudhary all the time. Or for that matter, Popeye the Sailor Man, whose magical superpower lies in the strength that he gains every time that he pops in spinach. I can go on and on. Not just because I'm a writer and a translator for one such thing, but also because I thoroughly have always loved cartoons. Today also, you start a cartoon series, be it anything. I can sit and watch it endlessly. So yes, these characters have not just shaped, brought stories to us. They have even shaped our childhood because yes, in those days we were glued to these books and all when we used to read them. Now, as a writer and translator for trans features, I've had the privilege of being part of this very, very vibrant world, shaping the adventures of beloved characters like Chacha Chaudhary, Sabu, Billu, and Pinky, and so on and so forth. Each cartoon character, be it an Indian cartoon or the ones from the world abroad, they come or the other teaching. So I believe, not just it peppered all around. It sandwiches that teaching to us, sandwiches that teaching to the children, having fun here and there, and we get some message along with it. So whether it is being nimble or being resilient, using your wit, whatever it may be, but then you see that simple joy in the eyes of the child. Now tonight, it's your turn to step into that spotlight. Just like a cartoon character jumps into an adventure without a script, so today you too can take a stage by tackling one such table topic. Let your creativity run wild. No strings attached anywhere. Let your humor shine and your inner cartoon character come out alive. So buckle up as I bring to you a dose of spontaneity, imagination, and laughter. Yes, we want to laugh at your inputs today. Remember, in the world of cartoons, there's no right or wrong answer. Nothing. Only fun and adventure. So, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to play your part in this animated evening? I will take it forward with the table topic session. And now, before I start with that, one very important fact. While we encourage volunteering, we may not be able to accommodate everyone who raises their hand because at Gabbys, we aim to balance enthusiasm with inclusion. We have lot of Toastmasters from the club visiting Toastmasters. We want to give a chance to everybody and giving chance to those who are eager to speak, and there are some who might need a little bit of a nudge. As the table topic master, I'll use that discretion to ensure a fair and engaging session for each one of us. If you don't get a chance today, please don't be disheartened. Gabbys meets thrice every week, so we can meet the next time as well. So yes, there's no dearth of opportunities to shine as far as Gabbys is concerned. So let's go ahead. Now, before that, each speaker will have 1 to 2 minutes to speak to deliver the table topic. And to qualify for the poll, you must speak for at least 1 minute, but no more than 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So the timing signals will come as follows: green card at 1 minute, yellow at 1 minute and 30 seconds, and red card at 2 minutes. Then you will have an additional 30 seconds to conclude your speech. Wrapping up by 2 minutes 30 seconds, the card will remain red thereafter. So now let's get going. So can I have the volunteers, please? All right, we already have. So let's begin with DTM Harish today. So DTM Harish, the topic for you would be, all right, so yes. So DTM Harish, what would happen if cartoons replaced real world news anchors? Cartoons replacing our news anchors.
Table topic master, you can hear me? Yeah. The topic given to me is fantastic topic, asking me to imagine what if today's news anchors were replaced by cartoon characters. But do we really have to think that far? Don't we have news anchors who are more cartoonish today? The way they talk, the way they act, the way they behave on the screen itself is very cartoonish, isn't it? If I were to take liberty and replace few news anchors with cartoonish, I would definitely bring in the Daffy Duck as the main news anchor who would read out news. That is number one. I don't want to replace any other news anchor right now because Daffy Duck will take care of all the news anchors and he will represent them because of his gift of gab, because the way he puts his points across, because he is the one who's going to say that, yes, India wants to know, the cartoon world wants to know, and that is where he'll come and say that, yes, I'm here to solve all your problems. The Daffy Duck will represent all the news anchors. He'll come and talk about anything and everything around the world, share that knowledge, and make the world more inclusive place, which is not happening today. The news anchors today are hell-bent on dividing the society, dividing the world, dividing everyone. But my Daffy Duck is going to bring in that change, that revolution, make the world a better place, where everyone will come and seek pleasure, seek knowledge, and seek a wonderful community where, like Toastmaster, where we mutually learn from each other, mutually respect each other. Back to you.
Thank you so much, DTM Harish, and a big round of applause for him. And DTM Harish, the best thing I liked was the way you said, my Daffy Duck. So that was beautiful. And immediately you took up the topic. And yes, you know what, the way you spoke, that again reiterates the fact that cartoon characters are not just only about something humorous. They have a lot of wealth of knowledge and a lot of information and lessons that they want to transfer to us. The world being one and whatever, you know, the way you put it up, that again reiterates the fact. Thank you very much for doing that. Now, next, all right, I'll take up Ilyas because you were the first one to raise your hand, Ilyas. Yes, now the topic for you is imagine Tom and Jerry as your roommates. Tom and Jerry as your roommates, describe a day in your life. So I can visualize Ilyas and Tom and Jerry. Please go ahead and describe how your day would be like.
Okay. Am I audible and visible before I start?
Yes, you are.
Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters, Tom and Jerry is having fun today in our room. And yes, I'm as a roommate, I feel happy to see them punch each other and then bite each other. And they are teasing each other. Wow, this is so wonderful to see them. And yes, I was part of the roommate of them, and especially Tom. I would like to say Tom is very, very gentleman guy. He is having those kind of whisker, and he is very courageous. Even though he is not as nimble as Jerry, but he is trying his best to propose to the lady that he wants. Do you see? Tom is always trying his best. And I always support Tom to get the love of his life. And yes, Tom, come on, you can do it. You can get the most beautiful cat you see. And also another one is Jerry. Jerry is always bait by Tom for the cheese. Oh, come on, move my cheese. Jerry, it's not about the cheese itself. It's about the goal in life. I know that you love to tease Tom, but this time, I'm also your roommate. I'm Spike, the dog. Ooh-ah! Let's play. Run, hit, and chase so we can enjoy our life together. So yes, Tom, best of luck for your lady cat. And Jerry, life is not about cheese, but sometimes it is about finding your purpose. So yes, I am Spike. Will stay here to protect my child because I want to make sure that my child have their better future. Tom, Jerry, and Spike sign off. Back to you.
A big round of applause for Toastmaster Elias. Now, Toastmaster Elias, before you started, I could visualize what is going to, very well imagine what's going to come up. And listening to you, I can say that, the Tom and Jerry chase continues. Coming to you, it continues. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I feel the day is not far when the sequel will come and it will be Tom, Jerry, and Elias. So let's have fun that ways. I'll wait and watch for that, and I'll for sure go and see that first show of that first day, first show. Elias, I'll be there for that. So thank you very much. A big round of applause once again. Yes. So Ashwini, can we have you once again over here, back in Gabbys?
Sure, Jaspreet. I have an issue with my camera, so I'll be off the camera. So if that's okay with you.
But there's a lot of background noise coming, Ashwini, if that can be controlled. Can we work on that?
Yes. Is my voice audible now?
Yes, it's audible. Fine.
Yes, yes.
So I hope you can see the screen fine. So I'll share the topic in chat as well. So Ashwini, the topic for you is your dream road trip with Dora the Explorer as your guide. I hope you know about Dora the Explorer, that cartoon series. If no,
not really.
Not really.
No.
Okay, fine, not a problem. Then
Okay, I have only watched Chota Bheem, just giving you so that you can give me topic
Okay,
accordingly.
fine.
Chota
I'll give you
Tom and Jerry and Kung
okay.
Fu Panda. So
Fine. So
I'm
Chota
sorry,
Bheem,
like very
Chota
old.
Bheem
Yeah.
eats, that if you're talking about the cartoon series that we see on television. So Chota Bheem eats a plate full of what? Laddus.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
one day the laddus go missing.
Okay.
You are there with Chota Bheem and he's hunting for laddus. Now what will you tell him? Or how will you help him?
Wow. That's an interesting one. Yeah. Okay. Great. So Chota Bheem is not having laddus and he's craving for it. So how do I handle the situation? So I believe that I'm a good speaker being in the Toastmasters. So I engaged him with my stories, with all my life problems, so that he get engaged in that. And also I give him a lot of gyan around investment and maybe around what I do. I basically work in the social space. I tell him all the problems the society is facing right now. Maybe we will work together and come up with the plan to address the problems in the society. And yeah, we will go for a walk in the village. I'm not able to recall the name also right now. Gorakhpur, yes, Gorakhpur village. So we will meet all his friends, Chutki, and we will understand basically what keeps them specialized in whatever they are. So yeah, I think that's how I spend my time with Chota Bheem when he doesn't. When he's craving for laddu and he doesn't have, and that's how I keep him engaged. Over to you.
Round of applause for Toastmaster Ashwini. And Ashwini has given us valid proof that how the power of communication is that weapon, that sword that every Toastmaster carries along. So yes, thank you, Ashwini, for that take on the topic. Now we have Jaya. Jaya, are you a Toastmaster or a guest?
A very good evening. No, I'm a guest.
All right. So Jaya, the next topic is for you. I hope you're ready for that.
Yeah.
All right. So I hope you watch cartoons and you're aware of cartoons.
I used to see cartoon during my sister's time, but the English cartoon, Walt
Doraemon
Disney.
you are aware of, right?
Yeah. Sorry?
Doraemon or Doraemon, the way the song used to go. Are you aware of that? Else I'll give you some other topic. Are you aware of Doraemon?
No, I'm not aware of Doraemon.
All right. So fine. So then a very straightforward topic for you. So whatever is your favorite cartoon character, what is that one thing about that character that you would want to change? One thing about your favorite cartoon character that you would want to change. Over to you, Jay.
Thank you so much. Well, all the cartoons, Walt Disney cartoons such as Popeye the Sailor Man, Tom and Jerry, Pink Panther, Woody Woodpecker. I used to see all these cartoons along with my sisters who were young. And Woody Woodpecker, I don't like the sound it makes. It's a very irritating one. I would like to change that. Tom and Jerry, I wish is not every cartoon they are, trying to run after each other and catch each other. And, I wish in Tom and Jerry they were friends and cooperating with each other and, like limbling in solving problems, being a good friend. Then Kite Runner. Kite Runner also the sound it makes when it runs very fast. I don't like that. Popeye the Sailor Man, I don't think I would change that as such. Yeah. So these are the main cartoons I would watch with my sisters, and yes, the few things that I would love to see a change in these common cartoons.
All right. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jaya. A big round of guest Jaya. A big round of applause for you. So yes, there is little bit that we would want to tweak for everybody that we come across with, and even we will not spare the cartoons as well. So how many? Can we have one more topic, or maybe what does the time permit? Timer, can you please tell me, or the TMOD, can you please confirm? Can we take one or two topics more? You're on mute.
No, we cannot take. We are already ahead of time.
All right. So then I think we will end this section over here. So thanks to all the speakers who participated in the table topic session tonight, and the ones who could not, please join the next meeting that we'll have on Thursday, and we will be able to give you a chance over there. And yes, today we've seen, and I think the Toastmaster of the day will even take us further on this trip. We'll be able to understand that cartoons seem to be simple, but then they teach us a lot of lessons about courage, friendship, laughter. All our emotions are seen in them, shown in them, so that we get to learn something from there. It does resonate throughout, all through. So today, like before closing, I would just want to tell everybody the way Ilios was having a great time, and the others as well. So let's hope nobody bumps into Tom and Jerry or Popeye or anyone else after this meeting. Well, if you do, have a great time, have fun. And with that, I would like to hand over the stage back to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Sudhir Gaur.
Thank you, Table Topic Master Jaspreet Kaur. Such a wonderful, wonderful session. And moving on, let me ask the timer, do we have any disqualification in table topic?
Yes, two. Harish spoke about 2 minutes 17 seconds and Ilios spoke about 2 minutes 23 seconds.
Okay. So, Zoom moderator, you can launch the polls. Now, let's move on.
2 minutes 30 seconds is valid time.
Yes.
Then no disqualification, everyone qualified.
So, Zoom moderator, you can launch the polls. Now, let's move on. I need a volunteer, a single volunteer who have guts, who have courage to face all cartoons which are in front of you. Anyone, first person. I know there are a lot of people will come. Miss Ashwini.
Yes, I am here. I just
Oh,
got excited when you said, okay, if you have guts to face the entire crowd. So, yeah, let's
yes.
see if I have.
Please come on camera.
Okay, unfortunately, my camera is not working, so I'll be on mute. I'll be off the camera. So, if that's okay with you.
Okay. Then I'll give you a voiceover. You have to play a character voice artist and play any cartoon character for
Oh
next
my
2
god. Okay, this is actually challenging. Okay, go ahead. Let me give it a shot.
Okay. For you, your own favorite characters you can play.
Okay, so maybe I would like to uh, quote something which I have learned from my favorite character. I wouldn't say favorite character from the movie called Panda, and maybe you can pass on to others. With the camera off, I think I wouldn't make justification to your request. So, something which I would like to take forward, and as rightly Jaspreet mentioned, that cartoons is just not for fun, right? It is, we always have something to carry forward after we finish watching. So for me, from Kung Fu Panda, what I could recall, and which I would like to again highlight here is there's a dialogue which says, yesterday was a history, tomorrow is a mystery, but what you have in front of you today, it is a gift. That's why it's called present, right? So with that, I will hand it over to you. Maybe you can select one more volunteer. And yeah, thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Miss Ugwe. You made our day. Not an issue. Let's move on to our most awaited session, the third session of this meeting. This session makes you grow by deliberate practice of improving, by proper feedback, which you generally don't find in your workspace or in your daily lives. Proper feedback. So for this evaluation session, I would like to request the General Evaluator, Mr. Mukund Joshi, to take the center stage.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the Day, Sudhir Gaur. So we will begin the general evaluation session and with the speaker's evaluation. So can I now request the evaluator of the first speaker, Prasang Mani, Mr. Toastmaster Pranav, to give his evaluation, please. You're on mute, Pranav. You will have to unmute yourself.
Can you spotlight the speaker and myself? Yeah. Okay. So shall I start? Congrats, Prasang, on breaking the ice with a new chapter of your book. Toastmaster Prasang, when I actually got this evaluation, I was very relieved. You know why? Because the first time I heard it was an icebreaker speech, and I thought there would not be much mistakes in your speech. But then you actually put me in a fix because I was actually in a confusion how to evaluate your speech. There were so many good things in your speech which I really liked. Firstly, your speech was really seductive, a skill which you have because of the way you put forth the words. There was so much poetic emotions in your speech that I was so much mesmerized by the background also, which was actually having lot of galaxy. And because of that, I was actually, there was lot of flow in the speech. Particularly the content wise, if you see, you actually introduced about your life in the school and then how you started liking the sport, your movement from your house to the school. All these actually showed a brilliant synchronization of the content, and I must really applaud you for that. That is the first thing I liked about your speech. Secondly, what I really liked was the way you involved the audience. When you started the speech with the question regarding the new chapter of life, something like a metaphor, and then you try to actually connect the audience with that. The audience was really involved, and you could see a lot of smile in their face. In lot of the Toastmasters here, they were really smiling, and I really liked about that, the way you presented it. Now, what I really liked other than that was the way in which you use pauses as an effective tool. For an icebreaker, it is difficult, icebreaker speech, it is difficult for a speaker to show so much confidence and give so many pauses in the speech. But then you implemented it effectively, and there was so much calmness in your speech. So kudos to that. Now, regarding what I have to tell negative about your speech, I don't want to tell negative because there is nothing, there is nothing I have to give any negative feedback on your speech, because you have actually met the objectives of this icebreaker speech. But then, if you want few things, because you are a Toastmaster and this is a new chapter of your life, let me give one or two recommendations. What you can do is, there was some abrupt pause. For instance, you said you like cricket. Before that, there was a long pause. And that pause was not needed because it was not conveying an emotion. It was just a factual message. Maybe because you were missing some words or you did not want to introduce filler, that pause happened. Maybe you could avoid that. And the other thing what you could do is you could actually use gestures to your effectiveness. Hand gestures, because you are already comfortable with the kind of pauses and the voice modulation, which is easy for you to master. But then you can actually involve the hands and the body in a fruitful gesture. So summarizing the speech, it was very soulful and it was very mesmerizing. Just work on one or two points and then I'm sure you are good to go. Congrats on delivering the icebreaker speech. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Pranav. That was indeed a very good evaluation, Toastmaster Pranav. I think you had the right ingredient of what an evaluation should have. The way you came out with the evaluation was really nice. You came out with you said that there was poetic emotion in your speech, and then you were mesmerized, and and one important thing that I would like to mention here is you were observing the audience as the speaker was speaking, which is really a good quality of an evaluator. You were able to gauge the emotions that were coming up in the audience while he was speaking, and you brought that out in your speech. And also you gave good tips of what he can do in terms of hand gestures, etc. And also the good qualities that he had, which was about the pause, relevant pause that was required. Very well done. Just one small input from my side. We normally don't say negative. We don't use that word in icebreaker evaluation as I don't want to tell anything negative about you or this is something negative in your speech. We usually say areas of improvement. That is a better way of putting it across. That's my only feedback to you. Otherwise, a great evaluation. As far as the speaker, Prasang goes, as the evaluator said, excellent speech. What I liked very much about your speech was that towards the end of the speech, you showed vulnerability. Where you said that we have come here to learn from all of you, and in the Toastmasters word, that is something that showed that you're open for feedback, you're open to learn with the people, etc. That was the excellent thing done in your speech. Otherwise, I think the evaluator has covered everything else in your speech. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear for both the speaker, Prasang Mani, and the evaluator, Pranav Pothan, please. We will now go on to the evaluation of the second speaker, who is Govardhan, and the evaluator is Toastmaster Sunil Gupta. Toastmaster Sunil, please give your evaluation.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Govardhan, on the go. The title caught my attention because mostly I am on the go. I have a lot of things to do. The main highlight of your speech was, an interesting and relatable story, which was communicated clearly and accurately in a simple language. You used the word of the day, nimble, and some good phrases like out of the blue. And at some instances, you showed your emotions with your smile when someone was staring at you, and when someone introduced himself as an insurance agent, and you were calm and composed during your speech. To improve, I would like to limit my recommendations to the project writing a speech with purpose. And somewhere I felt that your purpose, your message was missing. What was the objective you wanted to accomplish? You wanted audience to understand. And this is the difference between a story and a speech. A speech has a personal story, but it has message. Why audience wants to listen to your story? What was the reason? And a speech has three basic parts: introduction, body, and conclusion. So, as you told a story, so your a body part is there, but conclusion, introduction, and conclusion was somewhere vague. In introduction, there should be a message or a statement, or you could ask a question. Similarly, there should be a conclusion which has a message, or you can have a call of action from the audience. Overall, it was an interesting speech which had an engaging story with interesting and relatable content. If the speech had a clear message and well constructed introduction and conclusion, the speech would have gone on another level. It could be very engaging, and it could hook the audience. I would say that you could improve your on these points: introduction and conclusion. I wish you all the best for your future speeches. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Sunil. And that was quite a comprehensive evaluation. You really pointed out the good qualities of the speaker, where you said that he was calm and composed, and how he should come out with the three parts of the speech. The introduction, body, and conclusion. Those are the points which he can take home, as this is, I think, his second speech in his pathway, and he can include your recommendations as well. The word of the day, mentioning about the word of the day, nimble, that he used may not have been required, because the grammarian in any way will come out with that in his report. So, but nevertheless, I think your focus was more on the speech, and you gave a very comprehensive evaluation. Thank you for that. As far as the speaker Govardhan is concerned, you really showed what nimbleness is all about in your speech. You were nimble enough to move from one job to another job, as you mentioned in your speech. That came out very well in your speech on the go. Excellent. Let's hear it for both the speaker, Govardhan, and the evaluator, Sunil Gupta, please. We will now go to the next part of the evaluation, which is the table topics. So today we have a table topic evaluator who is an experienced B2B sales professional and certified soft skills trainer with a decade of industry exposure. She is currently pursuing a full-time master's degree in the US. She is a mindful introvert striving to become a profound public speaker. Grateful for the camaraderie of the Toastmasters fraternity, she actively serves as a club mentor, a club coach, and as an area director across various districts. While continuously learning and growing through her pathways, she also serves as the president of the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to today's table topics evaluator, Toastmaster Smruti Mohanty.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator Toastmaster Mukund. May I request the Zoom moderator to please parallelly spotlight the speakers as we proceed. Our first speaker was Distinguished Toastmaster Harish. I'll just wait for the speaker to be spotlighted.
Smruti, I don't see Harish, DTM Harish here.
Okay, no problem. Let me proceed then. Distinguished Toastmaster Harish, the topic was, what will happen if cartoon character replace the news anchor? Now let me give you a shout out, and I must say it takes a nimble mind to think on your feet and bring a humorous start, an opening to the speech by saying, do we really have to think? Can't you see it in our real life? I really love that part. The best part about this speech was not only the opening. It was the introduction of one character. You really named a character that you want the anchors to be replaced by Daffy Duck. You gave me what you want to replace, why you want to replace, and what changes your character will bring when the Daffy Duck will take the role of a journalist. If I may suggest one thing which will really help us to have the speech more humorous and engaging to the audience, to bring that Daffy Duck character's voice when you say the nation wants to know or India wants to know. Well, I don't know how exactly Daffy Duck sounds like, but the character being your favorite character, please try that in your next speech. And trust me, when I say this, you're going to take it to the next level. But kudos to the attempt, and I wish you good luck for the next speech. Second, we had Toastmaster Ilyas. The topic was, imagine Tom and Jerry as roommate and describe a day in your life. What an apt character. The reason being, I somehow feel Ilyas is the best person to define it. And Ilyas, you started. The best part about Ilyas is you are verbally and non-verbally quite expressive. You feel the topic and you make the audience feel more about the same. That's the best part about it. You didn't restricted yourself to Tom, Jerry. Rather, you said, they are Tom and Jerry, but I'm there. I'm the Spike. I'm the dog in that character. That's called creativity which you brought. If I may suggest, you being quite expressive, somehow even when you see the recording, you can see that while you were coming close to the camera, moving back, the entire visual was getting compromised because of the background. If that is a common issue, then please figure out a way to the same. Keeping that part aside, I was more keen to know the second half of the topic, which is describe a day in your life. You described the character very well, that Tom is good in this, Jerry is, you don't like the character and what you will do. But what an ideal day would go. If you can bring something on those lines, really so much, and I wish you good luck, Ilyas, for the next topics. Then we had Toastmaster Ashwini. The topic was Chota Bheem hunting for laddus. And what will you do, as in the Ashwini will do to handle the situation? Toastmaster Ashwini, the good part was the blend of bringing your traits to address or tackle down the situation of Chota Bheem. That even if the situation is not so comfortable for Chota Bheem, who is craving for laddus, you decided to either have a good communication, you will take him to a walk, meet the friends and everything. All the pointers are really good. If I may say, one thing was missing was emotions. You made me feel as if laddu was not so much important for Chota Bheem. And just with mere conversation, he will literally forget. If we can bring certain emotion to the same by describing what was laddu's relevance in Chota Bheem's life, and you now being a character in the story, how you will detach that emotion and try to engage the conversation further. Try this out. I hope you will do wonders in the next table topic. Thank you so much, Ashwini. Moving ahead, we had our guest, Jaya. The topic was favorite cartoon character and one thing would you like to change? Now, Jaya, the best part about the speech was you gave 3 characters and you were so clear while saying what you want to say. The clarity of thoughts, it talks a lot about your clarity on the character, that it is a sound or this is the non-friendship or the lack of cooperation, the very good part. Now, Jaya, if in case you are attempting table topic and it's your initial phase, now, there is a difference between answering a question and attempting a table topic. Well, the table topic master did ask you a question that what you will change and you answered it very well. But how can we difference a Q&A to a table topic? Table topic, end of the day, is a mini speech. And a mini speech is possible if you bring a content, more content and a structure to it. So what can we do here? The moment you receive the question and you had 3 answers ready, we can always say that what you like about them. And then you can say, even though I like them, but like life, cartoon characters were no more different. So this is one thing I want to change. That will help you to bring more content and will differentiate a Q&A with a speech, a mini speech like table topic. But I loved the structure which you brought, the characters which you brought, and the way you answered it. I wish you good luck for your next speech. On that note, I wrap it up from my end. Thank you so much for all the speakers for your valuable thoughts. I give the chance back to our General Evaluator, Toastmaster Mukund Joshi. Over to you.
Thank you very much. Table Topics Evaluator Toastmaster Smruti. I really don't have anything to add to whatever you have said. A wonderful job done. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear for our Table Topics Evaluator Toastmaster Smruti Mohanty, please. All right, we will now quickly go to our TAGL role players. I would now request each one of them to come forward and give your report. And the first one being Timer Toastmaster Saroj Rathod. Can you please give your report?
I'll take some time to show my Excel sheet. You can move ahead with some other TAGL role player.
All right, no problem.
Request.
No problem. We will come back to you later. So we will move on to the R counter. R counter was Toastmaster Rahul. Toastmaster Rahul, can you please give your report?
Yeah, sure. 1 minute. I'm just sharing my screen. Is it visible?
Yes.
Yeah, so this is the R counter report. And gladly everyone did very good job. There was not much filler words, more than 8 for one person. So amazing. I'll share the screenshot in the group. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Rahul. We'll now move on to our next TAGL player, which is the Grammarian, Toastmaster Sourav. Can you please give your report?
Yeah. Let me present my report. As I said, I will be reading it out today. So I will start with some of the good usages of phrases that were used in the meeting today. Some wonderful phrases were used in the meeting today. So they started with the G and the TMOD complementing each other. The TMOD said, the role of the G is taking the cacophony to symphony, and the G returned the favor by saying that you are on a song today. So I think these are very good phrases. Both of these are very good ways of complementing each other instead of saying that it's a very important role. You did a very good job in terms of appreciating me and those kind of things. It continued with someone mentioning it, shoo them away, and then started giving heed to. I think these were used by the speakers. Then no strings attached and gift of the gab. So quite a few wonderful phrases used in the meeting today. Anyone knows what is the meaning of gift of the gab? The ability to speak well, and that is how this entire concept of the Gabbys started. So we believe that at the Gabbys, we have the gift of the gab. So that phrase particularly is very close to my heart. Vivid descriptions were used, like a speaker mentioned flip-flops, sling bags, and so on, instead of just saying just a bag or a sandal and those kind of things. Quite a few good rhetorical devices were used. I will see what was the usage. You tell me which rhetorical device it is, okay? How many of you think that the life is like a book? This is a rhetorical device. Can you tell me what rhetorical device this is? Many of you have played the role of grammarian.
Anaphora, is it?
It is a hypophora, where you are asking a question and then you are giving the answer. Then the next one, again, a similar hypophora was used by Jaspreet when she said, "Are you ready to play your part?" She did not wait for us to say, "Yes, we are ready," or "We are not ready, we will never be ready." She just said, "Are you ready to play your part?" And then she moved on from with that. Another one was used out of the blue. What kind of a rhetorical device is that? Out of the blue. Suddenly, out of the blue, she disappeared. This was the speaker talking about his mother. Out of the blue. It's a metaphor. Okay. Next, I can sit and watch it endlessly. Jaspreet mentioned about cartoons, that she can sit and watch endlessly cartoons. What kind of a rhetorical device is that? Is it possible for her to sit and watch cartoons endlessly? Is it possible for any of us to sit and watch anything endlessly? No, right? Then what is that? It is an exaggeration. And when it's an exaggeration, what do we call it? What rhetorical device is that?
Hyperbole.
Very good. Thank you, Smruti, for identifying it right and also pronouncing it right. Many people pronounce hyperbole as hyperbole. It is not hyperbole, it is hyperbole. Popeye the Sailor Man. This was used by Jaspreet and then Jaya. Popeye the Sailor Man. When you say something like this, what does it, what kind of a rhetorical device is that?
It's an epithet?
Very good.
I'm not sure.
It's an epithet. Lovely. Very good, Smruti. And then Jaya also said Woody the Woodpecker. Woody Woodpecker. What is that?
Personification.
Sorry?
Personification.
It's an alliteration. It's an alliteration because both of it starts with WW. It's actually an epithet plus an alliteration. So these are some of the good word of the days that were used. Some of the word of the usage that was done, one by Govardhan. It was a nimble event. Govardhan, are you there? Yes, you are there. Govardhan, thank you for using the word of the day, but it was not a right usage because this context in which you said it's a nimble event. Another usage was done by Jaya, nimbling in solving problems. Again, not a very appropriate usage, but I appreciate the effort made. The most appropriate usage of the word of the day was done by Jaspreet when she said whether it's being nimble or resilient. So she used the words as a contradiction to each other to make us understand that there is nimble, where you are very fast and quick, and resilient, where you are staying put. Very good usage. Yes, Jaspreet, I appreciate that. Now, coming to the recommendations, some very basic mistakes we are still making, like disagreement of numbers. Are you our Toastmasters or guest? Are you our Toastmasters or guest? Our Toastmasters is not a right usage. Are you our Toastmaster or are you a member of Toastmasters International? Somewhere midway, we are deciding to change the sentence without changing the agreement of the singularity and the plurality. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and guests. There are more than one Toastmasters I see in the meeting. So again, a disagreement of numbers. Once I finishes my primary school, you have already finished your primary school. You have to be 18 to attend a Toastmaster meeting. I'm sure you finished your primary school. So you can't finish it still. It's done. During the COVID, I know COVID has been fearful, but not so much of respect is not required for a disease. So there is nothing like the COVID. During COVID, consists of many chapters. Life consists. Life is one. You have got one life. Okay. So life consists of many chapters. Consists and chapters. I can relate to this. So two was not mentioned. I can relate this. What was said? Two has to be their preposition. He walked to me. No, he walked up to me. Right? It's a correct preposition is up to me. Maybe you could have avoided that. It was said as maybe you could have avoided that. So have has to be there. And one slight concern I have is we are still using the word very generously. In the entire meeting, till the time I counted, then I stopped counting, 25 times very was used. A very good speaker, a very intelligent person, a very funny comedy. There are better words than very, right? So try and not use the word very. There are two pronunciation I would particularly want to call out because it was sticking out for me. A couple of them were also not very appropriate, but these two particularly. One is college. Ja. It's not college. It's not ja. It's ja. College. And strategic. Strategic. So these are the two pronunciations that I wanted to highlight. The rest of it we will continue to improve as we continue to speak. Thank you. Back to you, G.
Would you also want to mention names of the people who use the word of the day? You're on mute.
I mentioned the one I would say used it most appropriately is Jaspreet Kaur, and two others tried to use it. One is Govardhan Pinni and one is Jaya, though I would not say that was the best or the most appropriate usage.
Just to be fair to me, I also use the word, but that's a
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Mukund. I'm listed, and so did Smruti.
Thank you very much. This is the beauty about the Gabbys, right? And such a wonderful grammarian session that we had where we not only know the good usage, but we also getting to learn so many things in the meeting. That's fantastic session that we had on grammar. We will now move on to the next role player, that is the role of a listener. Can I request Toastmaster Samir to give your report, please, or ask your questions?
Yeah, sure. Thank you. I hope you've been listening very intently. So I have a few questions. Let's just test our listening skills. My first question is the Toastmaster of the day, Sudhir Gaur, had a quote, and it was from a scientist. So if you could name the scientist and also give the quote, that'll be great. To give you a hint, the quote is something like, something is more important than something.
Imagination is more important than knowledge or wisdom by Albert Einstein.
That's right. Sreehari, great. Okay, my next question is about the speech from Toastmaster Prasang. So where was he born and when?
1999.
Correct.
Uttar Pradesh.
That's right. And my next question would be about the speech 2 by Toastmaster Govardhan. So he mentioned about a bus journey from home to the badminton court. How long was this journey normally? He quoted some minutes. Okay, and he also mentioned the story was on a particular day. Do you remember which day it was?
Thursday.
Thursday, and the journey was 35 minutes. And my last question would be about the introduction by Toastmaster Jaspreet Kaur. And again, there was a quote that I liked. And it's a night where dash takes a backseat. What takes the backseat?
Reality.
Correct. That's great. I think all of us have been listening very intently. That's great to see. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Samir. You really had us on our toes. And now we go back to the timer. Timer Toastmaster Saroj, are you ready with your report?
Yeah, sheet is ready. I'm sharing.
Oh, okay, all right.
All qualified, only evaluator Toastmaster Smruti taken 3 minutes 59 seconds.
Okay, I'm not sure if we time the table topic evaluator, but I think in any ways they like to qualify as the main role players, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the report.
Okay, all right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmasters Saroj.
Yeah.
All right. Now I'll quickly go through the evaluation of the other role players that were there in today's meeting. And the meeting started exactly at 7:30. No surprises there, at least as far as the Gabbys are concerned. And now then came the Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Sreehari. Toastmaster Sreehari, you read out the script very crisp, very neat. Within the time allotted to you, you finished. I just have one request or recommendation for you. And I did that today myself, which is you go through the script, make some points, and try to come out on your own. Don't try to deviate from the script. Make sure you have all the points that are there in the script, but just try to come out with your own sentences. Now, I did that for the GE. I made some points from the script and just spoke about the points. So that just one my recommendation for you, Toastmaster Sreehari. Otherwise, a very well done job as Sergeant at Arms. And now then we came the presiding officer. I think it was one of the best presidential address I've heard so far. It was such a warm welcome. You introduced everybody with such a warm welcome. And then you literally did your role to the hilt, which was introduction of the guests, introduction of the new Toastmasters, announcements about what is coming up in the Gammys, and then the Toastmaster of the Day introduction. It was really a very well done address, and there was a lot of good usage of English as well in your speech. So a very well job done. I really don't have anything further. And in fact, you did everything in the time allotted to you. I was looking at the watch while you were speaking, and you did it right in time. Very well done. Kudos. Let's hear it for the Sergeant at Arms and the presiding officer, please. Then we had our Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Sudhir Gaur. Toastmaster Sudhir, I think you did an excellent job as usual. You know, you first acknowledged the speech of the presiding officer, which many of us forget to do when we take up our role. You did that very well. And as I said earlier, cacophony to symphony is how you introduce the general evaluator. That is something that is going to stay in my mind for a long time to come. And your introduction, very enthusiastic. There was some humor as well that you brought in, and you engage the audience with two contests. You know, I'm sure this is one way to keep the audience engaged, where they'll be on their toes. Even sometimes, you know, they drift away listening to the speeches and so many other things. But this kind of contests that you bring in will come back, so to speak, to their senses, and then they'll be more engaged in the meeting. That was a very well job done. I really don't have any further any further areas of improvement for you, Toastmaster Sudhir. That is a job very well done. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear for today's Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Sudhir Gaur, please. We then had table topic master Jaspreet. Wow, that's the word. If I'm going to become a table topic master again in any of the meeting, I'm surely going to emulate Toastmaster Jaspreet. Now, such a flowery language, spoke about various cartoons. You know, she took her take on the cartoon, which is not just fun. Most of us think cartoon is all about fun, but no, there are so many other things about the cartoon which she brought out in her introduction of the table topics. And she did her role also very well, talking about giving great rejoinders after every table topic speech, initially speaking about the timing of the table topics, encouraging people to be more, to come forth more, to talk, let go of their inhibitions, speak your mind out, come out, be funny, be humorous. These were the messages that she gave. And at every point in time, she never failed to say that, cartoons have a message in them, whether it was Tom and Jerry or Chota Beam or whatever cartoon that she spoke about. She always made it a point to say that there is a message apart from the fun that is involved. And even her topics were so engaging and funny. She made people play the role, imagine themselves to be in certain situations. That is what the table topics is all about. And excellent excellent table topic session that we had today. We thoroughly enjoyed it. I think that is all I have as a general evaluator. I hope I did not miss anybody till now. Thank you very much. And I would now hand it back to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Sudhir G.
Thank you, General Evaluator and the TAGL team for their tremendous work, meticulous work. Now, as we're moving towards the end of the meeting, let me conclude by few things. Though characters and cartoons may give you a lot of wisdom and knowledge, these all are byproducts. For me, there are few quotes which stand out. One is, to laugh at yourself is to love yourself, by Mickey Mouse. Happiness is the richest thing we will ever own, Donald Duck. I don't want to survive, I want to live, Wall-E. As Sourav, DTM Sourav, Hakuna Matata already told, don't worry. So knowledge, wisdom, everything is a byproduct. The only thing you need is a lot of laugh, smile without a purpose. You don't need a purpose to laugh and smile and enjoy your life. And I may offend Sourav because I don't know the exact pronunciation or grammarian, but there is a word for the special word for to encapsulate the feeling of childlike happiness and letting yourself having a lot of fun that I'll try to pronounce. Please forgive me. It's a supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I will post it on group chat. Now that's all from my side. I'll wish to hand over the stage to our presiding officer, Mohanty. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sudhir. Please give a huge round of applause to that exciting segment and full of joy and excitement given by our Toastmaster today, Toastmaster Sudhir G. And Sudhir, I'm really waiting for the word, but I'm not going to dare to even pronounce it, but definitely I'll paste it rather for my practice. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. May I request our Sergeant at Arms to please quickly launch the poll. By the time, let me have a quick chat with our guest and visiting Toastmasters to know your experience about our meeting today. But please, parallelly, you can see the polls on your screen. Do not miss out to vote for your favorite one, because your one vote today will help them, rather motivate them to come tomorrow, the next meeting, and give you more productive sessions. So please do not shy away or hesitate. Let's keep on voting for our favorite one. Meanwhile, may I ask Toastmaster Musaid if I may hear it from you. How was your experience? A quick feedback in most likely 30 to 45 seconds, please.
I've been a Toastmaster in Sri Lanka for 2 years. I joined many clubs, but your meeting was little special. In addition to normal things, I enjoyed especially two things. One, the Grammarian report, and it's in so much detail that I haven't seen it before like this. The other thing is the last part of your meeting where questions were asked to refresh the members' memories. This again, I have not seen it before. So I'm very happy I attended. I understand now you're having an international meeting, another meeting, and I hope I'll see another version of Gabbys Toastmaster Club. And thank you very much for inviting me.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. You are most welcome for all our future meetings from here. Now, may I request, Advik, you are still here with us till the end. May I request you to share your feedback, your experience about the meeting?
Yeah, so this is my first Toastmaster meeting ever. And so I think one thing that I really liked is the feedback that is given. And as a person who's considering joining the Toastmaster Club, I think that would be really helpful for me individually, where I get critical feedback on what can be improved and what was good. So yeah, I think that was good for me. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Advik, for joining the meeting. And we are glad you had such amazing experience today. Now, may I request Jaya, if you would help us with your feedback or your experience about the meeting today?
Thank you. Yes, I like the theme of today's meeting regarding cartoon, creative one. I like the table topic master for her, all the questions she came up with, especially the Chota Beam and the Laddu, and if Tom and Jerry was your roommate. And I feel she could have made more questions on such basis. Otherwise, overall, the questions were really good. And yes, I would love to connect with her too.
Thank you so much, Jaya. Even we wish to see you again in our next meeting. Okay, in interest of time, we have the poll results with us. So let me announce the poll result first. Well, we had no voting for the speaker. Reason being, we had an icebreaker speech today. Let me move to the second category, the favorite evaluator. We had two evaluator and votes were quite close, but we had only one winner to announce today. And the favorite evaluator for this evening is Toastmaster Pranav P. Coming up the next category, our favorite auxiliary role taker. Now, before I announce the favorite auxiliary role taker, may I ask Toastmaster Samir, is the first time you are taking the listener's role?
Yeah, that's right.
Correct?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
so a big shout out to Toastmaster Saroj and Toastmaster Samir for taking up their first auxiliary role in a Gabbys meeting. It is a very tough job to play a good auxiliary role at Gabbys meeting. You can really watch the recording and see good Toastmaster, if I may use the word, screwing up in their role in a very better manner. But thank you so much for taking up the role and a big shout out to both of you. We had the entire TAGL team, the timer, our counter, Grammarian, and the listener. And the favorite auxiliary role taker goes to our Grammarian, distinguished Toastmaster, Sourav Dutta. Our third category today was the favorite role taker, that the role player you saw. It was quite interesting today. And it was a very, very close vote, let me tell you, between two role takers, and whom even I love the most, our Toastmaster of the day and the table topic master. They brought a different blend of emotion to the meeting and they stick to the theme entirely. With a slightly higher vote, the favorite role taker of this particular meeting is Toastmaster Jaspreet Kaur, our table topic master. Congratulations to all the winners, the favorite ones, and also to all the participants, to all the role takers themselves in this particular meeting were involved thoroughly before the meeting started in doing the preparation work. So we all deserve a huge round of applause. So please applaud or please tap your back for your preparation. So thank you so much. Congratulations to everyone once again. The meeting was quite profound with icebreaker speakers, evaluations, and everything which we brought to the table. Please, before we wind up, we close the session. remember to register for the 18th January meeting. And see you again on Thursday, 7 p.m. IST for the Gabbys International Toastmasters Club meeting. Till then, please take care, keep on learning, and take a good care of your health. Until that time, I officially hereby close this particular meeting. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you, everyone.